So there's two ways to build a personal brand. There's a right way and a wrong way. And well, technically, it's not really a right way or a wrong way, but the way that I teach is the way that you're going to make money. So there's a way that you can make money with your personal brand. And then there's a way to not make money, have a bunch of clout and put in a bunch of work, but you don't get paid for it. So I'm going to talk to you about how I teach people how to build their personal brands. And then I'm going to teach you the way that you probably shouldn't go if you want to be left miserable. So the way that you shouldn't go, I'll talk about that first, is this is the way that you stay broke. This is the way that you don't ever make money with your brand. You might gain a bunch of following and you might gain a bunch of clout really quickly, but in the end, it won't pay off. So let's get into this. So by doing this is basically shortcutting your way to the top so that you get there quicker. You build your following, you build your fan base, you build yourself from the ground up a lot quicker, but you're not going to get paid. And I'm going to go into what this is. So when you're building a personal brand, you want to build your brand around a skill that you can teach to others, something you can turn into a coaching program, something you can turn into a course to help others, something that's going to add value to somebody else's life, that they can take that value from you, you can teach them, and they'll pay you for it. And then they'll get results. That is what you want to make your brand around. And there's two different sides of the spectrum. A lot of people on YouTube don't talk about this, but I've been able to just analyze it and figure out that there are two sections of the spectrum. So you have the money-making side here, which is a little bit, it could be harder to build up, but the reward is a lot better than on the other side where it might be easier to build up, but the reward is less. So on this side, if you're not building your personal brand around a skill that you could teach others, something that can add value, most of the time you're going to be either streaming, you're going to be playing video games, maybe like on stream or something, or you're a comedian, but that is in a way that you're going to grow your fan base a lot quicker, but you're not going to make money. So what I mean by that is, so you could start making like funny content, something that will go viral, like funny content or like shocking content, stuff that's like catches people's attention as they're scrolling through like social media, maybe that's Instagram, or whether you're doing like pranks or something like that on YouTube, or stuff that's really like hooking people in, is a way to build a big time like following really quickly. But the following that you're growing is based off of entertainment purposes. So people aren't really connecting with you. They're not really learning your story. They're not following your journey. They're not getting really any value from you besides comedy. They're getting entertainment from you, and they're getting, well, whether that's comedy or entertainment, whatever you're doing, they're getting that value from you there. But it's not something that they can ever take from you and learn anything to help their own lives, if that makes sense. It's not anything that you can monetize or sell to others. I mean, you might be able to sell merch. So if you make like entertaining content and you have like a tagline or anything like that, phrases that you say, you could make merch, or you could find a way to make like a store merch out of that stuff. But you're not really going to make that much money because people aren't there to buy your products. They're there to listen to your content for entertainment. So your whole brand is built up based off of your entertainment. So like you can become a big name, you can be well known, like your face is well known with people, but you're limited on what you can do. So you can grow your following to like an unlimited measures, but your growth in terms of your business, like monetary growth, is dependent off of like brand deals, getting paid from the platform, things like that. Pretty much those two. You're not getting paid directly from clients. You're not getting customers. Nobody's really paying you that type of money every month. And it's not really something you can control. Your fate of your business or your brand in terms of monetary value is based off of other people. It's based off of platforms. It's not based off of yourself. And this is the side that I say you probably shouldn't get into when you're building your personal brand. This is definitely not what I teach. I teach people to make money, how they're going to start making money from clients, how they can help other people so they can determine their own outcome on the amount of money that's coming into their pocket. So another way that this is why I say this is not the way that you should grow your personal brand on that side is because you don't really learn anything about business. You don't learn anything about making money because your fan base grows pretty quickly when you're making viral content, but you're not really learning on the way, like how to attract a specific demographic of people, the people that are actually interested in you. For the most part, you're not able to measure and calculate like your type of people that are following you. And I know this because I've done this part of it. I've tried to go viral. I've tried to create my brand based off of me going viral instead of me just finding the people that are interested in me, the people that are meant to hear my hear what I have to say, watch my content, listen to what I have to say. Instead of doing that, I tried this viral route. I tried to create viral content, and I did have a bunch of viral content that just blew up. But what I realized is that you get a bunch of views, you get a bunch of followers off of that, but these followers and views are there only for entertainment purposes. They don't care about you. They just want you to make the next entertaining piece of content. They're just there to get a dopamine hit. They're just there to scroll through your stuff and get a dopamine hit. They don't really care about you adding any value to their lives. They don't care how you can help them. It's all based off of them just seeing you and knowing that you create this entertaining content that they get a dopamine hit from, and then they look for your content. It goes no further than that. So would you want a bunch of clout and a bunch of followers just for the reasons of entertaining them? Like, I don't understand why people decide to go that route. I mean, that's perfectly fine with them. I mean, the top like 1% is making big time money off of that. But what I'm saying is you don't have to be the top 1% to make money. People that are on the other lane that make personal brands in the way that I teach them how to make them, there's people with like way less following that are making way more money than somebody that has a bunch of followers making entertainment content. So I advise everybody to watch what they're doing when they're first starting out, and don't be careful on what you create your brand around. Like I said, you want to create your brand around a certain skill or technique that you can teach others. Something that's going to add value to their lives that they would pay you directly for. You don't want to make something that's for everybody. You don't want to make content that engages everybody just because it's entertaining and it's a dopamine hit, because that route is very seductive. It entices you to want to make that content because you see everybody else doing it. You see them blowing up quick. You see they have like a mega following. But what you don't see is that a lot of the time these people are broke. They're struggling to figure out how to monetize their brand, how to monetize their business. They don't really have any business like knowledge. They don't know anything about business or money, which is a terrible thing. And then when it's time to create a business, they don't really know what they're doing, and they just go downhill from there. You have a big following, but it's basically useless. It's like a smoke and mirrors pretty much. And you don't want to have that. So all that stuff that I just talked about, just take that into mind on that side of building your brand in terms of entertainment, and just throw it out right now, because we don't want to create the brand around that. And I know some people aren't going to listen to that. Some people aren't going to take that advice and say like, oh, I can make money from this. This guy's making money. Okay, you go ahead and try it. Like I wish you the best. I mean, I really do. I want you to make money in that lane, but I'm just telling you in terms of like the statistics, the probability of you making a lot of money from entertainment content is not likely. So I'm going to tell you something you can make money off of, which is way more likely. You have a way better probability to make money. And now we go into the type of brands that I teach. And I'm going to compare them to what the entertainment or whatever that lane that I told you not to go into, whatever you want to call it. We'll compare my lane versus the other lane. So then on this side, what I teach is I teach people how to build a brand and build basically like a cult-like following that trusts them and loves them for who they are, loves the content they make, loves them as a person, gets to know them. And it's like a community. It's like a family. You can make way more money with just a couple people that really trust you compared to 100,000 people that don't know you, which is crazy. So if I had a group of 50 people and I had these same 50 people watching me every day for a year. And at the end of the year, like half of those people, or not even half, let's say like 10 out of the 50 people, I went a whole year and 10 out of those 50 people decided to pay me at the end of the year. When you're selling high ticket, you could make literally $5,000 off of each person, which is crazy. Just get that in your head. What I just said, this is ridiculous. So on one hand, you can create entertainment content and you get, let's say you get 100 new people to watch your stuff every day. It keeps blowing up. All your videos blow up every day. Every video you make has 100 more people. So you make one video every day. And by the end of the year, you're getting like millions of views on your content. And it's like new people every time they see your content. So you just crushed it in terms of metrics with like audience engagement, like new following, new watchers, stuff like that. But you look at your bank account and you're broke. And now on this side, I've been building my brand up for a year, and the same 50 people, the same 50 loyal people have been watching me every single day. I didn't gain any new followers. I didn't gain any new viewers, but I kept these same 50 people watching me every day. And at the end of the year, 10 of those 50 people paid me $5,000. You see what I'm saying? High ticket can kill it. Like when you have a following, like a cult-like following, you can kill it with high ticket. And that's what I teach people to do. I don't teach people to grow a big following, go viral every day, get millions of views, to blow up their channel, blow up their page, just so they can be broke, just so their followers can look for the next entertainment piece of content. And when you take a break, you lose all of that because people only want you to work. They only want to see your content. Like they don't care about you as a person. They're just entertained by you. So when you just take a break, you lose all of that and you can never get it back. But on this side, if I have a cult-like following of 50 people and I tell them, hey, I'm taking a week, I'm going to Miami for a week and I'll be back with more content, there's still that community factor there where they understand they're left with all my value. Like all my content is there on YouTube, all my content is there on Instagram that they can go back to. It's not like it's just, I watch it one time and it's gone. No, I'm providing so much value in my content that it's there forever. So they can go back there for reference, even if I'm not available to make new content or for them to talk to me or message me, whatever, for the week. All those answers are still there. You see what I'm saying? And plus, when you build on that as well, like a community, when you add a community onto that to where all these 50 people can interact with each other as well as me, game over. And I think a lot of people don't see this. Like I've noticed that like a lot of people that I know, when I explain these concepts to them, like what I'm doing with my business, how I'm teaching people how to build their personal brands and create like an online community, online business to make money off of high ticket sales, they don't really understand the concept. Because what they're seeing, what the average person is seeing every day is just the viral content. When they're scrolling through, they see the viral stuff and they're like, oh, that is the way to make money. But no, that's actually not the way to make money. That's the opposite way to make money. And when I tell people that, they don't really understand the concept. They look at me like I'm retarded or something. Like I swear, like they think I just said something that was unbelievable. And I'm just like you really don't understand what I'm talking about. And that's why most people will never be successful. Most people will never start an online business because they're too ignorant to learn how. Like all the stuff that I know, I've learned from like mentors and people that have already done this and like showed me how to do it personally. And I've just implemented that myself to my own business and help my own self like grow my brand and grow the online businesses. Everything I've ever done online in terms of business, I've learned from somebody who's an expert, somebody who's a level ahead of me or like a few levels. So how are you gonna sit back and like think that you're just gonna people are just, I swear people don't think, like people think they're just gonna wake up overnight and be rich. Like that's not that's not the fact of the matter. Like that's not the case. That's not how it works. You have to find somebody that's already doing something that you want to do at a high level, and you have to get their help one-on-one. You have to learn exactly what they do and just follow what they did. And just change it up to make it unique to you, switch up their methods, but take that framework and build off of that. It's not something that you're just going to be able to do on your own and just come up with brand new unique methods. Because I got news for you, is that everything's already been done pretty much. But why are people still making money if everything's been done before? It's because they're following the routine. They're following the steps that were laid out for them. They're not trying to create something new that flops. Like, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Do you understand what I'm saying? But 90% of people think making money online is impossible because they think you have to reinvent the wheel. And that's the thing that gets a lot of people messed up. It fails them because they don't look deep into it. Like, I've done research on this stuff for like years. People think that they can just start a business and a brand, and like a month later, they're going to be experts and know everything about online business. No, it takes time. It takes you learning every single thing. It takes you making mistakes and you having wins to learn all this stuff. So it just amazes me when people say that. But anyways, the point of the video was just to show you that you don't need a big following to make money, and you don't need to go viral. There are certain types of content that you should be making when you want to make money online, and there's certain type of content that you should be making when you want to just grow a following or just be popular, famous, whatever, have a bunch of clout, whatever you want to call it. There's two different lanes you can take. What I'm telling you is, if you want to be rich, if you want to have freedom, and if you want to eventually be able to build that same type of status and clout, you want to start by building your brand in the right way, which is a way that you're going to be able to sell high ticket services online for your own business and your own personal brand. So that's all I have to say about this. I'll be back with more content. If you have a request on the type of video you want, just put it in the comments and I'll definitely create a video with your request. So I'll be back with more videos.